Just have to take a quick second to thank our sponsors, Yellow Dog Paddle, Eddie Mackin's Rippin' Lips Fishing Trips, NJFishing.com, 8 Ball Sport Fishing, and The Gambler. Hello and welcome to episode number 153 of the NJ Multi-Species Podcast. I'm your host, Joe Santiago, and my partner, Kim Sorg. Kim, how are you tonight?
What's going on?
You look very comfortable. Have a lot of shit to talk about. Kim went freshwater fishing for her first time ever. She came and fished in the Walleye Hybrid BOGO Brands Showdown. I might as well read the results of that to get it over with. Greg Wojcik, number 1, 118 inches and 3/4, 118.75, first place. Greg Wojcik on the Troll Charters won it. Second place, Kevin Glenn with 117.75. So he lost by 1 inch. Woof. Kevin lost that plaque that Kevin wanted so bad. He lost by 1 single inch. And third place, I'm going to butcher this last name, but I'm going to try it. Dan Strozenruther. Dan Strozenruther actually just joined Mayhem last week for this competition, and he put up 115.50. So only 2 1/4 inches behind Kevin and 3 1/4 behind Greg. So a really good showing from a new member there, Dan. That's awesome. And also the competition was literally dominated. All top 15 fish are stripers. There's no walleye in it at all. We got pushed back a little bit to a later time. Kim, you got to go fishing. But congratulations to all 3. And next year they'll be separate. The walleye and hybrid will be separate, so that doesn't happen again. At the end of this episode, before we get off, I am going to do a wheel spin live on the podcast right here, because if you entered, you have a shot to win the BOGO Brands rod, the heated rod. If I win that, I'm not giving it back. I know when I win, I give the shit back. If I win this rod, I'm not giving it back. Kim, you're in it too. I doubt you're giving it back.
No, absolutely not. That's half the reason I spent the $25.
Yes, Katie Lynn entered a walleye. I entered a walleye too, but the leaderboard dominated by the stripers, which are just easier to come by, longer fish. Kim, you got to go Friday night for the first time. You fished in this contest, and it was horrible. It was an absolutely horrible night of night fishing. I think it was the worst night that I've had the whole year. You just suffered there the whole time. And then a horrible wind kicked up that it became ridiculous.
Yeah, I mean, definitely not what I was expecting for my first time ever. So I'm still waiting to actually catch a fish. But I mean,
you did see them. You saw what was happening.
No,
you saw me catch one.
The experience of everything was very cool. Like learning like the technique and like what's going on and how to actually fish that way was cool. And like, everything you said that was going to happen to catch fish did happen. Like I was a witness to that. They just weren't eating.
Yeah, very tough. Saturday night, I went back out again to a different body of water, and I had an even worse night. My motor just stopped working. Took me hours to figure out why. It was just a blown fuse, which I eventually found. But then by then, it was like the bite was almost over. It was almost 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning. I tried for a little bit. I got one nice smallmouth, one nice largemouth, and then dragged halfway in on my electric motor. It was terrible. I got my absolute ass handed to me. Just horrible, horrible luck and timing. Just terrible.
Well, at least you still have a chance for that rod.
Yeah, at least I do. And at the end of this, we are going to raffle off the rod. Tonight's guest, Upfront Bait and Tackle. He's actually coming on. He'll be here probably within 10 minutes. He's coming on while the store's open, which we've never done before. He's going to be on the podcast while his tackle shop's still open. So a customer may come in and interrupt him, which is pretty cool. I'd like to just listen to that interaction. We'll see what happens. He will be here. He also wrote a book. So we're going to talk about his book, too, and his tackle shop. Kim, you have Saltwater report.
Yeah, not much, but for the end of sea bass season, it seems like everything kind of stayed pretty good. Bluefish finally starting to show up and heading right into fluke, which I think is actually going to be pretty good early on. I know we were talking about last week if I thought everything was going to be delayed, but I feel like it's going to be pretty good starting out.
Yeah, and I saw the Gamblers night fishing trips. Chris said they're doing really good with squid and big ling. Some guests are getting 20 to 30 ling per person on the night wrecking trips. They're sailing currently Thursday, Friday, and Saturday night. That's the only 3 nights they're doing it so far. Still waiting for the bluefish to show up, though. No bluefish action.
I know you're dying for the squid, which is still... The only thing that's been lights out this entire spring, I feel like, is the squid bite.
The squid thing is crazy. Yeah, the Fisherman magazine posted a video of a guy releasing a striper, and you just see like hundreds of squid swimming past his knees out of nowhere. It's really awesome. Check that out on Fisherman's website. Yellow Dog Paddle, currently booking trips on Round Valley. The bite's been phenomenal. Mike's been putting up a lot of videos that we are sharing on our social medias too. A lot of catch and release photos, a lot of nice trout being caught at Round Valley. They're also doing their paddle trips and kayak trips, and he is still offering his lessons. If you want to learn to outfit your boat to troll, he will show you how he does exactly everything. So check out Yellow Dog Paddle. He's been on a real hot streak. Max Wilson said, give me a squid. Katie Lynn said she fished very well and took 4th place. Yes, 4th place. Katie Lynn, good job. Fished very well. And entered a walleye. Yeah, we both entered a walleye. I think we're the only ones that went to a pack-on. Everyone else went somewhere else. But yeah, pack-on got freaking windy as shit on me towards the end.
Yeah, it was really bad.
So after the guest is done and we do leave, I'm going to do the wheel spin live right on the podcast. We're going to just do it right on here. But yeah, congratulations to the 3 winners. Like I said, next year, those 2, walleye and hybrid, will be 2 separate contests. Kim, in Saltwater Mayhem, any changes?
Not really. Lizzie Cragen's still #1 spot going into fluke season. Other than that, it was kind of just a few people moving around on the bottom end of the board. But it's the top 5 still the same.
Top 5 remain the same. Freshwater, Chuck Manny remains in first with 48 points. Bob Darling, 31. Katie Skolsky, 28. Joe Santiago, 26. Matt Yanetta, 25. Matt Yanetta put up a giant brown trout, which took 2nd place. Brown, and that bumped him up on the chart in the freshwater contest. Jen Wong, what's up? Fast Eddie is here. What's up, guys? Upfront Bait and Tackle coming in momentarily. Really quick, if you're looking to do a trip on Lake Apacon, Eddie Mackin is still booking. He's still doing his red-eye trips if you're by yourself and can't get a full crew together. He's still doing his pontoon boat rentals. We had him last week, took a member with a wheelchair, not a wheelchair, but handicap accessible father out on a pontoon boat. So he can accommodate to that kind of stuff with the pontoon boat and still booking his daytime charters, catching a nice fish, mixed bag. So call Mackin's Rippin' Lips Fishing Trips today for your next trip on Lake Apacon. Kim, do you have anything else to talk about, or should I try to get the guest to come now?
No, I don't got anything else to say, unfortunately.
You got nothing to say?
I got
you
nothing.
You went fishing. You just have your.
We didn't catch
not
anything.
What you expected.
We didn't catch
I caught
anything.
one.
Okay.
Wait a minute. I caught one, and Thomas lost one. Yeah, Thomas Wyatt also came with us. He came 2.5 hours from South Jersey.
Yeah,
Usually comes with
unbelievable.
me. Yeah, he usually comes with me every year, and he does pretty well. I think this time he was like, he wasn't even upset though. He's like, oh, I just like hearing him break the surface. But
He was
yeah,
he was stoked the whole night, no matter
yeah,
what. He didn't care.
He has always. This is the first time that Thomas didn't do well. Usually we've always done well. I don't know what happened because there was a couple situations, like I said, where the fish were there and we just couldn't get him to go off. I just couldn't get him.
He literally said at the end, he's like, if Joe told me we weren't going to catch fish tonight, I wouldn't have believed him.
I mean, yeah, it was not. I don't know. I have no explanation for it. I had a horrible weekend, just a shit cloud on top of me. It looks like Steve Haas is ready to come in. We're going to back out for 1 second, get him set up. We will be right back. If you're waiting for that wheel spin for the BOGO rod, don't leave. Be right back. All right, we are back. I would like to introduce the guest. He has been the owner of Upfront Bait and Tackle, which has become a pretty well-known tackle shop up here, especially in the Raritan Bay area. Steve Haas, welcome to the NJ Multi-Species Podcast. Pleasure to finally have you here.
Thank you. I appreciate you guys having me online.
And we're understanding that the store right now is open, so someone could come in right now shopping, and you may have to get up to help them.
Yes, that's a possibility. I'm here until 8 o'clock at night every night except Sunday until 5.
How early do you get there?
5 o'clock in the morning every day.
That's what I like to hear. I love an early open, late close.
Gotta have it. Gotta have it. Gotta be here for everybody.
And what time do you close? 8?
8 o'clock at night, except Sunday we close at 5.
All right, so I'm going to throw you right into the fire because we like to get right down to business here. So the first thing I have to ask you, because a lot of people obviously are talking about it, is the Bass Pro Shop. A lot of these smaller bait shops and smaller mom and pop businesses, they're nervous of the coming of the Bass Pro Shop. There's other ones that don't care. What's your opinion on it?
Well, I am kind of close to the Bass Pro Shop, but my opinion is the guys need to come into the smaller shops to keep the smaller shops up and running. We're the ones that have the fresh baits and the local information of what's really going on around us. I don't think that it's going to do too much. It might do a little bit of damage at first, but then after a while, I think it's all going to level off.
I agree with you on that because, in my opinion, a Bass Pro Shop to me is like something that I'm just gonna go do for the day. Like oh, there's a Bass Pro Shop. I'm gonna go there and look around. I don't think ever in my life I've even thought to go to Bass Pro Shop for any type of terminal tackle or like regular everyday things that I would need to go fishing.
Well, they don't even sell bait, so you can't get bait there.
Well, that's the other thing. If we carry the freshest baits possible that we can possibly carry, from clams to a bunker to everything else, I don't think they're going to be carrying that. And what do they really know about this general area?
Yeah, and they don't open till 10 a.m. too, which, I mean, most boats are almost halfway on their way home by then.
Yeah, and then you just got to check the tides and everything else for the guys that go off the beaches and stuff.
Well, that's the thing too. I mean, you're going to a local tackle shop because you're expecting to go in there and talk to somebody who has a finger on the pulse of what's actually going on out there, not just somebody at a store. You're not going to get that information from somebody like that.
Not from the bigger stores, no. That kind of information usually comes from somebody who's local to the area around Bay, Sandy Hook, stuff like that.
You like, I mean, people come in there and they want information. Do you give them the best possible information you can to put them on fish?
Listen, I believe what comes around goes around. If you come into the store and ask me questions, I'm going to give you the best of my knowledge, the best answers that I possibly can. And I expect the customers to come in with their information as well. And I tell them the same thing. Spot burn is one thing, what people are afraid of the most, but what people don't realize, fish swim and don't stay in the same places all the time. So that being said, spot burn is not something, let's give everybody a chance to catch fish.
Would you say a higher percentage of the customers that come in are shore anglers or boat anglers, or are you just an even split?
I'm pretty much surrounded by a lot of marinas, so I get a little bit of both. I get the shore fishermen as well as the boaters as well.
And you've owned the store for 10 years now.
10 years. As of February, we've been here for 10 years. Right now, we're actually having sales 10 to 20% off of a lot of different items in the store just to give back to the customers as like a customer appreciation type of thing. And throughout the whole season, we're going to be changing different items. So it's not like just one item here and there.
Yeah, and I saw the pictures from inside the store. It looks very well stocked up. I love the bobbers. There's all different kinds of bobbers there. I love bobbers.
Well, we got a lot of difference from the straight long 3-inch right down to 1-inch bobbers in here.
You do like a
Now,
majority of selling saltwater stuff opposed to freshwater, since you said you're by a lot of marinas.
We do a little bit of both. We do have some freshwater section in here for smaller whopper poppers and things like that a lot of people like to use, Senkos and things like that. So we do have freshwater around here. We do have a lot of freshwater ponds around here.
So you feel like you have a pretty even split between both sides of the fence.
We're more of a saltwater place, but we do a lot of freshwater stuff in here. We do help people get the largemouth bass, the crappies, pickerels, sunnies, and things like that.
I want to ask Steve, because I know you have a pretty good background in the knowledge of the biology of the area, and you know a lot of the fishing reports, and you're pretty passionate about talking about some of this stuff. I have to ask you these two questions. What do you think is going on with the bunker situation first? There's just no bunker being seen anywhere. What's your thoughts on that?
Well, there's bunker here, but most of the bunker I think have been starting to be taken away from the bunker boats that are offshore. A lot of times you can see the tracking of where the boats are going, and that they're 3 miles off the shore, but sometimes it looks like they're getting closer. And I'm not saying they are or not. That's not for me to say. But I think the bunker's taking all the bigger bunker, and all we're getting is the 6-7-inch bunker that's coming in. I think that they're taking most of them. Without these bunker, we're not going to have a striper run. I know down south in some of the bays down there that their bunkers are completely gone, and they're not having any striper fishery at all. And over here, if they keep doing this to us, we're not going to have a striper run here. They need the foods for the stripers to stay here.
Yeah, and those bunker boats continuously, like you said, they started off in the Carolinas. Now they're already up here, and now they're passing us, going even farther. How far north will they continue to go? But yeah, that seems to be one of the major factors that people are pointing out on the bunker is the omega-3 boats.
Well, we've had them outside of here 3 miles off the shore of Sandy Hook, so we know that they're here too. The last few years, the bunker came in nice and heavy in the springtime in March, and then after the rains came, it pushed them out in the ocean from the Sweetwater. And as they got out there, the bunker boats were already waiting for them. This year here, it was a little different, but we never seem to get any big bunker back here anymore.
Now, Kim, I want to ask you, how does it feel? Kim's a mate on 8-Ball Sport Fishing. As a person that, kind of makes a living off the business, like, what does that sound like to you? Like, does that make you nervous hearing that situation?
I mean, of anything that sounds like it's going to make fishing more difficult than it already is definitely unnerving. I mean, striper season, I feel like, is one of the biggest, if not the biggest, for people wanting to go out and fish. So, I mean,
yeah, it brings in the most out-of-state people too.
Well, everybody loves it. Majority of the people that come on here, even you ask them what their favorite fishing is, and it's striper fishing. So anything that would impede on that is definitely something that you're keeping in mind. But
shout out to Matt Teeter. Shout out to Paige Hartman, Joey.
My girl Paige.
Joey Paglia said, Steve, best in the game right here, guys. He's shouting you out, Steve. Joey.
Well, thanks, Joe.
And the second question I wanted to ask was the sea bass. The sea bass, the stock was counted at over 200%. It was supposed to be the dream fishery of the year this year. It didn't turn out that way for a lot of boats. It's been very hit or miss. Some people are saying that the sea bass are just still offshore. Other people are saying they got wiped out by commercial fishermen. You have any input on what exactly is going on with the sea bass?
I actually believe it has to do with the water temperature. The water temperature is very cold up in this area for a long period of time before it changed over to got warmer recently. We're just hitting the 70s now in the Back Bay and Sandy Hook area. Out in the ocean, it was 46 degrees for how long? It stayed for a long, long time. I just believe that if the water temperatures would have been up faster, they would have moved in faster.
So you think they're still out there? They're still going to come?
I still think they're coming, but by the time they get here, we'll be down to one fish. One fish, to me, I think they should have shut it down for the one fish and gave us at least a couple more fish to at least
Didn't
two
they
or
change
three
it to
fish
two?
See, I thought they changed it to an extra 35 days. Like, I'm confused. We need to get Jerry Zagorski to tell me what exactly happened here.
I have the card, and the card states that it's going to drop down to one fish per person. That's a possibility since the card came out that it might have changed.
And that's till the fall?
It's July, I believe. It's supposed to stop. Go down to one fish, I believe. Hold on, I'll find the card. Give me 1 second.
There we go.
What I had heard, I thought the
I could
big
do a
thing
commercial
that was.
while he's gone.
Sure, Joe.
No, I could do. Oh, he's back already. That was too fast.
Sorry about that.
On it.
According to the card from 2026, it says June 21st, it's supposed to be for the ending of the 10 fish per person, and then it goes to one fish at June 22nd to September 22nd. And then on the September 23rd, it says 10 fish again. That's what I'm reading.
So it didn't change at all.
Now, Kim, that's the fall season, that September one, and then the offshore season is something separate, right? That's later.
I believe so.
The offshore season's in like December and January.
Well, they have November and December. You're allowed 15 fish from November through December 31st.
Yeah, the offshore trip's like the very end of the year.
Yes,
Gotcha.
very end of the season.
Now, you also, I mean, you have so much to talk about. I could ask you 1,000 questions, but you also just recently wrote a book. And I believe, if I pull it up, it's called Through the Eyes of a Fisherman. Is that what it's called?
It's called In the Eyes of a Fisherman.
In the Eye. I had to mess up something, but I'm close.
Yeah,
the
book is selling very well. I'm selling them online as well as in the store here. And I've sold quite a few of them. It basically helps the person to look at the water differently and look at spots that you really wouldn't look for or wouldn't even think about if you're a fisherman going off the beach or on a boat. It tells you about ambush, where the fish ambush their baits and stuff. It has a little bit about freshwater as well as saltwater. It teaches how the fish would be sitting and why they're sitting there waiting for bait fish to come by. It's a very, how do I say it? It's a short and sweet book, only 50 pages long. So it's not very, very big. But it's right to the point. It gives you great ideas of where to look, even in the ocean, if you're standing on the shoreline.
Was there a specific thing that made you want to get all of this information in one spot?
Well, how do I say this? In the store here, I have a younger employee that kind of pushed me into wanting to write the book. His name's London, by the way, so I'm going to mention him. He's actually I put his name in the book for a reason. He pushed me into writing it. Then he started asking my customers, would they read the book? Would they buy the book? And a lot of people said yes. So that's what made me write the book in the first place. I just have a lot of information that people don't normally look at the water. They go down to the beach and they throw a rod in the water and don't care where they throw it, and they whip it out as far as they can. It's the same thing with boaters. They don't pay attention too much of where and why they're catching them. If you pay a little attention to why you're catching the fish, you'll catch more. You don't need to throw a line 100 yards just to catch a fish where some of the fish are only 10 feet in front of you and you just don't even know it without actually realizing why they're there.
And is the book pretty much written completely on your personal experiences?
It's based upon me. It's based upon my experiences, and hopefully that people look at it and say, well, this is going to help me figure out where to go, why I'm there, and this, that. It's to help you out. There's a lot of guys that are some real good fishermen that's already read my book. It says it's very good, sweet, and right to the point.
Well, I think that getting information from anybody else, about a different way to fish makes a difference, even for somebody that's seasoned, because you could fish your whole life and fish with somebody you've never fished with before, and you're going to learn something new about fishing.
Well, that's the thing. Is I want to help people that just starting out to go down and look at the water different. And then the guys that have been doing it, if they can catch one more fish with this book by reading this book, then the book's done its job.
Well, and does the book, is it mostly boat fishing, or is there land fishing
No,
too?
it's a little bit of both. About fishing inlets, about fishing the ocean. You go out to the ocean and you look for the way the waves are breaking. You're going to look for troughs. You're going to look for cuts. You're going to look for certain types of ways to fish off the shore. And as I tell people, when you go down to the beach, go down there and look at low tide. Look where all the structure is, like Cliffwood Beach down the street from us here. You go down there, look at the beach at low tide, see where all the little holes are, where there's puddles of water and stuff, where the pilings are, the rocks are. So when the tide comes back up, and then you'll know that where they're sitting at, and you'll see the difference in the patterns of the water.
One of my biggest things is, and I do ask this all the time, because I like to just like pack a backpack and walk the beach. I'll walk the beach for 5 miles, just fluke fishing, walk to 10 yards, cast a few, another 10 yards. I'll just do that all day. Sometimes I never know if I should fish the bay side or the ocean side. When you're on a place like Sandy Hook, I mean, what's the best way to determine if you should go on the bay side or the ocean side?
Well, I look at the time of year in which it is. Like usually in the spring, you got a lot of bait fish going up into the rivers and stuff, or spawning and things like that. So fishing up in the rivers would be more of a spring thing. And as the water temperature comes up, you'll have the fish more in the ocean side. At least that's the way I look at it anyways. There's really no real way to determine whether you're fishing the riverside or the bayside, but then you got to look at what species you're fishing for too. I mean, for me, winter flounder in the rivers and bays is one thing, and then you got the ocean where the stripers are running. Stripers go up in the river, they push the bunker up there, and they feed off of them in the rivers and stuff, especially the riverside of Sandy Hook.
Max said bayside fluke don't count.
Yeah, why? Why do bayside fluke not count, Max? The bay is better for the first half of the season. And Steve, you said if I come by the shop, I'm going to get one of those books signed, because I got a thing for that. I love collecting signed books from people that were on the podcast.
You come in the shop, you've got one. I'll sign it with no problem.
All right, I'm going to stop there and get one. I promise. I do want to read it. I'm interested in it. And 50 pages has my attention, too. If you were like, it's 700 pages, oh, God. But 50 pages, that's doable.
Listen, I tell everybody the same thing. I wanted it short and sweet, so you're not getting all that fluff information that you really don't need. I think I'm interested. I think you'll be very happy with it.
How would you compare being in business 10 years now? How does the bait business, bait and tackle? I would imagine between the tackle versus the bait probably sells more, correct? Or is that
well, it's kind of equaled out. I think it's more people come in for the fresh baits and they buy the tackle to use that fresh bait. So it kind of like equals itself out. Then you got the people looking for a fishing rod here and there and stuff like that. So I actually, to answer that question, I think it's more of a bait thing than it is to buy tackle. But once they're in here, they figure that I need this, I need that. So they pick it up while they're here.
And do you buy most of the baits, or do you go out and get them?
Oh, no, most of the baits are bought. It's mostly bought. Yeah, I don't have time to go out and catch my own. Believe me, I'd love to if I had the time. I mean, I'm in here 15 hours a day. It's tough.
Holy shit! How would you compare business wise and popularity wise from 10 years ago to now?
Well, 10 years ago when I first opened this place wasn't all that popular. It had somewhat of a bad name prior to me opening it. The people in here that come in here now, it's different. They're my usuals, the steady customers that come in, and then we get a lot of new faces from all around. So it's amazing.
So was your background before this tackle, or you are just really were really interested into this,
Well,
and that's when you decided to open this place?
now that's funny. I actually drove a garbage truck for 33 years. I happened to just kind of like fall into this place, but I did run a charter boat prior to having this on weekends. I did it for 4 years on Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays while I was driving the truck, and it did very well. So I can't complain none at all.
That's what we do. We run Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and work during the week.
Yeah, well, you got to start from someplace. I would have loved to have been full time in the charter business, but being in here, I just don't have the time to do it no more.
There's like a furious conversation about crabbing stirring up in the chat. Everyone's talking about crabbing. Fast Eddie loves crab. I love crabbing too. I don't know, Steve. You triggered a bunch of crabbers into going crabbing for some reason.
Well, probably because I run a crab contest every year. I run a crab
You
contest.
Really?
Yes,
Wait, when is the crab contest?
Joe loves
when
crabbing.
Is that? I love crabbing.
It's running right now between June and July, and the biggest crab. It's a 2-month crab contest. You bring it in, we measure the crab, we take your picture, we put you online, we put you all over Facebook, and the biggest crab wins a gift certificate for $100 for the store, and the second one gets $75 for the store. And then we do one more after this. We do the July and August as well.
That's
Fast
excellent.
Eddie, you hear that? July and August crab contest, Fast Eddie. Let's go.
Okay. You'd be surprised at how many people we have coming in. Right before I got on the air with you guys, somebody else came in with a 5 3/4, but we've already got one measure in at 7 inches and another one at 5 3/4.
I got to drive all the way from Point Pleasant up there.
Yeah, how do you enter that, Steve? How do you get in it?
All you got to do is bring the crab in here and make sure it's alive from point to point. We're good. It's got to be
alive. You don't even need to come register or anything. You just got to walk in with a crab.
Bring it in alive. Just bring it in alive and allow me to take your picture.
I am in. Let's go. That's awesome. I love that. I didn't even know crabbing contests existed.
I got to keep a crab alive for 45 minutes on the parkway.
Oh, that's easy.
Yeah, covered in seaweed.
Put a wet rag in the bottom of a bucket, throw the crab on top. He'll live for hours.
All right, perfect.
And I mean,
we're going to do that.
Hey, listen, it's a fantastic thing.
What, for anyone watching this that doesn't know Upfront Bait and Tackle, what is the best way for them to find you? Like, what's your social media tags? What's your plug? If they want to get your book, where do they get it? Give me all that info.
Well, if you want the book, you can go online. Amazon has it. Any books, anything online will cover it. In the store here, if you come on in, we have the books right here in the store. You can find us on Upfront. We have a Facebook page on Upfront. Then we have Upfront Bait and Tackle group page, and we have Fishing Reports in NJ, which is another one. And you guys were plastered all over that today, by the way, just so you know. I made sure you. No problem. You'll find us on Instagram. We do have an Instagram, and that's about all we have in coverage for that.
I have to thank you for taking the time to come on here and talk to us. I know you're very busy. I am going to stop there and get a book, and hopefully I'm going to stop there with a giant crab. Someone just asked how to keep a crab alive. He did say, Katie Lynn, you throw it in a bucket and cover it in a wet rag. Don't put water in it because that'll just kill them.
Water will drown them, believe it or not.
Yeah. Wet rag. Katie, Steve, thank you so much, like I said, for taking the time on here. I know you're very busy. We appreciate all the work you do, and we appreciate your support here. Hopefully we'll have you back on again, and like I said, I will be there to get a book.
All right, I appreciate it. Kim, you're welcome to come and get a book too as well.
We'll come together with a crab.
There you go. Thanks, guys. Thanks, guys, for having me. Appreciate it very much. All right.
Thank you so much, Steve.
All right. Bye-bye.
Yeah, so Steve's pretty awesome.
He was excellent.
Up front. Yeah, upfront bait and tackle. I love the crabbing thing. Like, I'm going to
No.
take my kids crabbing this year. If we get a big crab, we're taking it there.
No, I'm not. The
'Cause I do
crabbing
wanna-
behind 8 Ball is insane. We have to do the contest.
My kids would love it. Katie Lynn, if you can't find a wet rag, you could pick up seaweed off the bayside and cover them in seaweed. And they'll live in that for hours too. It just has to be something wet. And they'll stay alive. Speaking of seaweed, 8 Ball Sport Fishing at Point Pleasant offers extremely affordable and flexible 6-pack charter boats. Dom is currently doing an open boat sea bass trip tomorrow, and then the season ends this weekend, so I think he'll be done, and he's going to switch over to Fluke. Am I accurate with that, Kim? So if you want to book the Fluke, and like Kim just said, they only do it Friday to Sunday because they work during the week like normal people do.
Yeah, but there's an open boat Tuesday.
There is an open boat Tuesday because Captain Dom has some weekday flexibility. Me and Kim don't. We have to go to work. Dom will be fishing tomorrow. But call 8 Ball for a Fluke date, especially if everyone wants the Saturdays because they don't want to beat the shore traffic home on Sunday. So there's only so many Saturdays in a month. So if you really want a Fluke trip, you got to call and book it. I mean, I usually call and book it, and then I fill them after. It's much easier that way. You just call, book the thing, and then find your friends that want to go.
Tuna and tile trips all summer.
Yeah, the tile trip. The offshore stuff he's never done before. That's his favorite shit to do, and he is offering that for the first time. Like we said, Yellow Dog Paddle's killing it on Round Valley. Mackin's killing it on Lake Apacon. Gambler night trips have been phenomenal. Chris Lito really said it was the best report I've gotten from him this year with the squid action. And just that night wrecking shit, they're catching tons of ling. It just sounds like a good time. The trip's not very long. There's a chance Dom is going to take me on a squid charter because I just want to catch one so bad. He agreed to do it. I have to find a couple people that want to go with me to do this squid thing. The more squid we catch, the more we get to see Kim covered in ink, and she has to clean all the squid. So that'll be fun when we slap 300 squid in front of Kim on a Saturday night.
Perfect.
But it is what it is. That's the job.
Gotta pay to play.
All right, so I'm going to try to do this wheel spin. I never know if this is going to work right or not. So if everyone is here waiting to see the wheel spin, I'm going to do it now. So if you fished in the Walleye Striper Showdown, we're going to see if I could do it. Let's see if this works, Kim. You tell me. I'm going to share my screen, and I'm going to go to the wheel. Did that work? Okay, I just got yelled at by Deuce, so I can't spin it yet. Kim, what do you see? Do you see the wheel?
I just see you and me.
Shout out to Captain Dom. Captain Dom is here from 8 Ball. I see the wheel. Deuce is fixing something. I don't know what it is. It's up now? Kim, you see it too? All right, so here's the wheel, and here's all the contestants. If Walter Hewitt wins this again, this contest is rigged. And like I said, if I win, I'm not giving this back. I've won a ton, not a ton, but I've won a bunch of shit, and I've donated back to another wheel spin. So I'm rooting for everyone except Dwayne because I just naturally don't like him, and Walter Hewitt. Walter Hewitt's won too much. Kevin, you lost by... No, Kevin, he only lost by 1 inch, so he kind of deserves to win. I know he really wants to win this, too, so... All right, I'm going to spin this, Kim. Are you ready? How about you say go, Kim, and I'll spin it. All right, there it goes. Why does it have no sound? I don't hear anything. Oh, you could hear it? Come on, land on me. Scott Havner. It can't be Greg. It can't be her again. It's going to be Katie again. This is such bullshit. She wins. Look, Max, you got screwed by Katie Lynn again. Katie Lynn is going to win the heated BOGO rod.
Unbelievable.
How many wheel spins is this girl going to win? This is the luckiest person I've ever seen in my life. I've never seen luck like this before. I don't know what Katie Lynn does. If she like sleeps in a garden of 4-leaf clovers. Can you see me again now, or am I still the wheel?
Yeah, you're good.
I don't know. I can't see anything. I'm just blind now. All right, so Katie Lynn. Kevin's going to love to hear that. Kevin, you lost. Katie Lynn has won the wheel spin again. Logo Brands, we have to thank Lucas Gablosian for sponsoring this contest. It was a lot of fun, even though mine was hell. My motor blew up and the fishing sucked for me. But we got to thank Lucas. It was a fun time. We all had fun out there breaking each other's balls and suffering. I'm sure Katie Lynn's going to be breaking everyone's balls over winning this rod. It's like the 28th wheel spin she's won. It's just ridiculous the luck she has. Max is going to be pissed too, probably, because she won. Who is the guest for next week, Deuce? I got to stand by. She said she told her wife to manifest it.
Oh, good guess.
Fishing. What?
I said, ooh, good guess.
Yeah, fishing the Atlantic. I met him at the Saltwater Expo and had a pretty nice conversation with him about striper fishing and some other stuff. He has a really cool Instagram page, Fishing the Atlantic, where he posts a lot of content, a lot of cool content. It's pretty similar to our content too, with the stripers, and he's a multi-species fisherman, but mostly saltwater. I think he's fishes out of Queens, New York, right over there. So I don't think he does much freshwater, so it'll be mostly saltwater, right up Kim's alley. You're so happy today, Kim. Oh, you have a Nito on here? Are you doing like a Nito plug?
I got 2 Nitos. Yeah, Nito.
Wow.
Nito plug. My Nito sponsorship.
Yeah, we are sponsored by Nito Squishy Toys. We squeeze them to get the stress out. Okay, so next week's guest, Fishing the Atlantic. I've been looking forward to him for a while. Like I said, I met him at the Raritan Saltwater Expo. The podcast was kind of booked like very far in advance, so I've had to wait a while to get to him. So we will be back next week with Fishing the Atlantic. Have anything else? No, just remember to save the date. The September 26th is the pig roast, free to all members, $30 if you want to bring a guest, your wife or your girlfriend or whoever you may have, maybe just a friend. I don't know. $30. But yeah, September 26th, the pig roast should be pretty cool. Multi-species mayhem. If you are fishing, the top 5 in both saltwater and freshwater are still very close. So good luck to everyone who's going to fish this week. I fish every year for Father's Day with my kids, so I'll be out there. Kim, I think you're doing something, aren't you? You're doing a shark tournament.
Shark tournament. So I will be out there.
You want to
hold on a second. Hold on a second.
Club?
I'll plug the Shark Club, yes, and then I got to plug something else really fast. This weekend, Jersey Coast Shark Anglers Thresher Tournament, the 20th, $400 entry. Mako Release Calcutta. One of our club members at the club, there was just an Asbury Park Press article. He was at the Secret Reef sea bassing with his wife, and on his way in, he hit a breaching thresher shark 2 miles off the beach.
Wow.
I'll send you the pictures of his boat. It was insane. He said it hit like a brick wall.
Boat really bad.
I'll send you the picture. Yeah, it's bad enough. I mean, he literally hit it going 23 knots in midair. It hit the front of his boat.
Max Wilson said Katie Lynn's banned from the next 3 wheel spins. I second that. I agree with Max. But yeah, Kim is fishing in the shark tournament Saturday, so good luck to her and Dom and 8-Ball.
And happy Father's Day, Joe.
Thank you so much, and happy Father's Day to everyone else who's a father. And if you, what was the second thing you wanted to plug?
There's that. The second thing was the dude hitting the shark. I got nothing else to plug.
Oh, okay. And I did want to spill the beans on the episode that I'm pretty excited about that's coming up soon. Weird New Jersey. It's a magazine I've been following almost my whole life since the early 90s. as a little kid. They still put it out every 6 months plus special editions. Weird New Jersey is coming on the podcast. So we're going to talk about some weird fishing stuff and some more cryptic cryptozoology legends around New Jersey. I know I just posted there was some sort of big Sasquatch sighting down in the Pine Barrens or some shit that everyone was laughing at. But other people were saying he's out there. So, yeah, Weird New Jersey episode's coming up, which should be really cool. I think it's Mark that's coming on. But yeah, really cool. Weird New Jersey. We're going to talk Shades of Death Road and Ghost Lake and all the other stuff that they've put in their magazine. And they have a lot of info on the Passaic River too. A lot of creepy stuff. They actually did a whole one whole magazine called Nightshade on the Passaic, which just talks about the whole Passaic. So Weird New Jersey coming on within the next few weeks. Next week, Fishing the Atlantic will be here. That's it for me, Kim. I'm done.
Suffer for the fish.
Remember yourself for the fish. And yeah, those standings are close. One fish could flip everything. So get out there and fish this weekend. We will be back next Monday. See you next Monday.
Later.